Labdien, godāt!
Good afternoon, dear media. Welcome to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Before we start the conference, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Edgars Rinkēvičs, and of Hungary, Péter Szijjártó, will sign the Memorandum of Understanding and Enhanced Cooperation between Latvia and Hungary. Now we start the press conference of Ministry of Foreign Affairs Edgars Rinkēvičs and Péter Szijjártó. Good afternoon, dear media. We just concluded our negotiations with my colleague from Hungary, Péter Szijjártó. This is not his first visit in Latvia. I also have visited Hungary, and we have a very well bilateral dialogue, both about political and economical, and also European Union and NATO issues. We also have a well cooperation amongst our regions, particularly between Visegrad region and Northern Europe. I express our gratitude for the big support in a guarantee of the security of the region, particularly participation in NATO armed forces, and also in the Baltic Airspace Patrol mission in year 2022, where Hungarian air forces will again participate in this mission. We also highly esteem the support of Hungary to the Stratcom center, and to have expressed readiness to participate fully in the work of this center. We also negotiated several bilateral issues. First of all, we signed this enhanced cooperation memorandum among our ministries, also about the issues of migration, and about protection of Christian confessions, and cooperation in economics. My colleague also met with Mr. Nemiro, Minister of Economics. We see a really vast program. There are some questions where we agreed to work further. One is cultural cooperation, where it's very important that we continue to cooperate next 3 years. And next year is a special year, because that's the year where Latvia and Hungary will celebrate a centenary of the diplomatic relationship. And there are several ideas we would like to implement or discuss and work upon them, how to celebrate the centenary. And finally, we have a conversation about EU issues, and after this we both go to the EU Security Commission, and we have similar opinions as countries about the multi-annual budget for upcoming years. Our positions are really identical. We both see necessity to resolve migration issues in a way where the sovereign interests of all countries are also valued. We support the cooperation on all levels, both on the ministries and other, so that we can further in our agenda solve the issues we have included there. I would like to thank the media and to give the word to my colleague. Please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank my friend Edgars for the invitation to today's event to Riga. This is not the first time that we have the pleasure of being here, but every single time we are here, we are amazed by the beauty of the capital. Our relationship is characterized by mutual respect. And this mutual respect is greatly based on the fact that we're talking about two revolutionary nations, freedom fighters, nations that even up till the recent past had to fight for their freedom and for their sovereignty against communist dictatorship. This mutual respect is therefore the basis of our relationships. We believe our cooperation with Latvia is mutually beneficial, both in the areas of politics, of defense and economy. And the cooperation is also mutually beneficial because throughout the discussions on the future of the European Union, we represent very similar stances. Today we have signed an agreement on reinforcing of our cooperation, and I would like to highlight 5 areas in this respect. First of all, we are both committed supporters of the enlargement of the European Union. We regard this as a strategic issue, and we believe it is a strategic mistake that the European Union has not made the necessary decisions for the Western Balkans enlargement. The second area, throughout the discussion on the multi-annual budget, we believe the cohesion funds must retain their importance, and we do not accept subjective requirements for the distribution of EU funds. Thirdly, concerning migration, we both believe that the importance of border defense is very high. We want to protect our nations, we want to protect our citizens. We refuse ideas of Brussels on mandatory quotas, and neither of the countries have voted for the UN's Global Migration Compact. Our Latvian friends have retained from voting, and we voted with no. The fourth area is security policy. Here I would like to announce that Hungary supports Latvia's membership in the UN Security Council for the next period. We believe it is correct if middle-sized European countries are represented in this body. I would also like to announce that in 2022, Hungary will yet again participate in the defense of the airspace of the Baltic countries. And we have submitted our request to join NATO's Strategy and Communication Center of Excellence here in Riga. And the fifth area is economic cooperation. And in this regard, I would like to announce that the Hungarian Exim Bank has opened a credit line of 360 million for the cooperation and for the financing of cooperation of Hungarian and Latvian companies, with a view to the fact that Latvia and the Latvian economy is making a lot of efforts to modernize the country's economy. This is the same situation in Hungary. Our economy is going through a change of dimension, and we believe that in this issue, Hungarian and Latvian companies can support each other, can be of help to each other in the next period. Dear Edgars, thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you for having me here, and I would like to assure you that you're always welcome in Budapest.